Let me pick a passage that everybody is much more familiar with. Revelation chapter 13, verse 18, the last book of the Bible. Let the one who has insight calculate the beast's number, for it is the number of a man. And his number is 666. Is that really the number of the beast? In 1843, a manuscript was deciphered that had not been able to be read before because it was from the early 5th century, about AD 400, and it was scraped clean by a scribe several hundred years later who wrote on top of it. A German scholar named Konstantin Tischendorf spent 2 years at the Bibliothèque Nationale in Paris deciphering these 157 leaves, retracing the letters of the undertext without retracing the upper text. Very, very patient man, and he got a great deal of acclaim for pulling this off. This manuscript, Codex, it's known as a Frami Rescriptus, has become the second most important manuscript of the book of Revelation that we have today. In many places, it has the original wording where the most important manuscript does not. And they kind of vie for which one. It's kind of like between Avis and Hertz for you old folks who know about how that used to be done. But this manuscript does not have 666 at Revelation 13:18. Instead, it says 616. That was the only manuscript that we knew of that had that until 1998, when at the Ashmolean Museum of Oxford University, several papyri were published, and one of them that was just 26 fragments of a manuscript that was spread out over 9 chapters in Revelation. Papyrus number 115 is now the oldest manuscript we have for this passage. And that manuscript also says the number of the beast is 616. So one of the most important manuscripts and the oldest manuscript of this passage say the number of the beast is 616. I've had the privilege of seeing both of these in the flesh, and it's been exciting. I could confirm it. I saw them under a magnifying glass, microscope, and absolutely that's what the original text of these 2 manuscripts says, is 616. Now, most scholars who've wrestled with this have said, we're not sure. We still think 666 is probably the original wording here. I don't know. Some days I wake up and I say, I think it's 616. That's what I do when I wake up. I'm sure you think about the same things. But other days, I think it's 666. Other days it's 315, and I go right back to bed when I'm doing that. So. But here's the thing. Most scholars would say, yeah, 666, that's the number of the beast. 616, that's the neighbor of the beast. He lives a few doors down, you know. How'd you like to be in that neighborhood? I don't know of any doctrinal statement of any church, any theological institute, any denomination that says in its doctrinal statement, besides things like we believe in the virgin birth, we believe in the deity of Christ, you know, things along those lines, and we believe that the number of the beast is 666. It may be an important textual issue, but it's not that important. It doesn't rise even to that level.